JY11. The doors on the right side will open. Please change your seatbelt when permitted.
1番線ドアが閉まります。ご注意ください。
2番線に池袋、新宿方面行きが参ります。
まだだよ。
全部お持ち帰りでいいですか？ もち米3つですね。はい。はい。3個ずつで。はい、ありがとうございます。
Hago yo camino en tu mares, porque ya yo perdí la dirección. Fue tu aroma tan divino como mares, no pienso olvidarme tu calor. Podría yo acostarme en la orilla de la playa que me da tu linda piel. Pero me apasiona tu oleaje, seguir tu ardiente viaje, nadando en tu querer. Quiero naufragar en tu fortuna, ir al norte donde se esconde tu voz, remar al sur que esconde tu cintura, donde muchas veces vi salir el sol. Quiero ya surcar tu mar adentro, ser velero que tu viento acompañó, envolver la borrasca de tu cuerpo que tus pasos sucedió. Are we just smaller versions of a bigger home? Are you the rivers in your veins, mine? The flakes that become snow, and you might believe that everything is broken. Fragments of sentences we haven't spoken. But maybe, are we the shapes inside a sundae, the same as the arms of trees, and saying we're a shell of what we used to be. Maybe we're smaller. Are we just smaller? And I get lost in finding comfort this time. Fractals all around us, in hopes that I've found us. There's beauty in these broken designs. Now I know there is nothing to be feared. Oh, can we exist? Are we just clouds up in the northern hemisphere, taking up dreams that I've left for, that you've always feared? And you'll get mad at the world for spinning round and round, looking for a safe and sound. And I get lost in in hopes that I have found there's beauty in these broken designs. Now I know there is nothing to be feared. Even though this is all known, we'll keep carrying these lines don't turn.
東京方面行きが参ります。
はっきり聞かせて 아